Hey, check. Sisters and brothers, welcome to the house of divinity. I am Proof B, or Professor Bates for long. Greetings. So, this is the chill out weekend. Like there's a weekend that I don't chill out, but this is a chill out weekend. Like, I'm trying not to think about actually doing no thing. I finally got the house temple organized. There's still a few tweets here and there that I want to do. But, you know, it was a thing that's constantly on my mind, so I got it together. So now, by my birthday, which was yesterday, November 9th, it got organized. I even had a surprise visit from a young lady that used to stay here. She just came out of nowhere, hooked me up, cleaned up the kitchen, which was the last part, da-da-da-da-da. So yes, it's been a pretty good birthday. But what I was thinking about sitting here in my bed chamber was that I've been doing this for a very long time. What am I talking about? Well, let me start off with a quote. Albert Einstein, that's the guy that used to be the smartest guy. He said, the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. Now, there's two sides to that.
You're a web designer?
Commercial.
Here are 4 Wix Studio features you gotta know.
No, I don't gotta know that. So one side, you know, is absolute, like he said. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you know, it's like, okay, nothing's happening. Let me change, at least let me change up the way I'm doing it if I don't change up what I'm doing. But you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, so you must be a little, like, what they say, off. The marbles are going, your elevator not going to the top floor, all that, right? So, on the other hand, if you're trying to build wealth or start a business now, when you go to like a business school, and you know the business guy who's leading the school will tell you, you might fail the first time, the second time, maybe even the third time, but keep at it and you'll get it together. Commercial's over. So it's like, I guess with all this stuff, everything in life is yin and yang, or you might say yang. So you got to be somewhere. See the in the middle where the hands touch, that line right there in the middle. That's where we have to stay. It's like, to the one extreme, if I keep doing the same thing, I must be fucking insane. But on the other hand, if I'm trying to do something, especially if it's like really, really important, not just to me, but to people in general, should I stop? So why am I talking about the two sides and all that stuff? It is because I've been, like I said earlier, doing this, well, way before Facebook came out. But let's just start when Facebook started. How long ago was that? I started posting on Facebook, and I used to make friends with my daughter's friends, because she was already on, and she was like, don't be making friends with my friends. So I was like, oh, okay. So, I built up my own friends, and I got to like 5,000 people. This is when I was in New York. But that whole time, I'm saying the same thing. All the years that it took me to get to 5,000 people on Facebook, all that time that it took me to get that, I realized that I went about it the wrong way. I'm looking at the deep names, the ancient Egyptian names. Oh, he must be conscious. Anyway, I didn't know anything, just like everybody else. So anyway, I've gathered all these friends, and I'm talking the same thing. Let's get our own land. Let's grow our own food. Let's build our own homes. And again, even back then, what I'm talking about back then was like 3 or 4 different Facebook pages ago, and maybe 3 or 4 YouTube pages ago. I have made many videos, and I have posted many videos, not just talking shit. I was posting, okay, let's get some land, right? But I was posting how to get land. Oh, let's grow some food. Not just talking. I posted how to grow food. I don't know shit about growing food. I don't know poo-poo doo-doo about growing food. You understand? But growing up, I used to read a book called Think and Grow Rich. And in that book, he states that he met Dale Carnegie, Carnegie Hall in New York City. And Dale Carnegie made his money in steel. That was a big thing back then, putting down railroads, making steel for railroads and all that, right? But he said he didn't know shit about steel. But he had cash, so that's a factor, having the cash to do shit. But anyway, one thing that stuck with me that he said was, you don't need to know how to do steel or any business. Get the backing, get the cash, and find the experts, like he found experts that knew about steel.
Stop smashing
Commercial.
Amazon's buy button.
Sons of a dogs. So I'm like, okay, I don't know shit about growing. I just killed a cactus. I'm in the desert. How do you kill a cactus? I'm bad. I'm like bad. But I know a brother that knows how to grow. You understand? I talked to him already. I'm like, dude, I'm going to get some land. Going to help me grow. So he's like, yeah, dude, I'm going to help you grow. So you see what I'm saying? I can find people that know about that stuff. But what am I talking about? I've been doing this for years. I just told you, when did Facebook start? I mean that literally. When did it start? So before that, I was asking people, let's get together because I can do this shit by myself. And that's what I'm getting ready to do because now I'm 68 years old and it's like, and that's what I'm talking about. All these years and not one student, people on Facebook, the 5,000 friends that I have, the hundreds and something friends that I have now, people be like, yeah, man, that's a cool idea. Not one, never, ever, never. Okay, if you live in another state, I thought about that. I'm like, well, maybe I'm not promoting correctly to people in other states. But then there's people that see me right here in LA. So I posted a whole plan. I'm like, I am not asking you to come dig in the soil and plant seeds and do none of that. Stay in the fucking city. And me and my students, well, still gotta find. What sense is it find a bunch of students if I can't even get the people to who want to grow the hemp and food? Not one. See, cause I know what part of the problem is. Part of the problem is I'm trying to find people that look like me to do for self. That's the problem. Huh? You want me to not buy other people's products? I want to be a slave in America in 2025 in a minute. 2025. What do black people own? I'm waiting. No thing. Now, there is people, African Americans, they got organizations and stuff. That's the point, though. You know, these organizations, they make their promises. They're not trying to do something that's going to help us in the future. You got your organization. It's based in the city. You give people jobs. Great. Cool. But now all these people with their families, with their children, with their husbands and wives are staying in the city because now they're making money or got some benefits. When I be talking about the Bible, I be talking like trying to teach the people that's supposed to believe in this book. I'm telling you what's in the god dag nabbit book. It says, come out of her, my people. I didn't just make that up. And why am I saying that? Because I don't care if you call yourself an Islamic Muslim, a Jew, all of you believe in that book. Now, y'all Islams and Jews and Hebrews is probably believing it more than all the different denominations of Christians. And why am I saying that? Because all the denominations of Christians don't practice anything in the book. They don't practice anything in the book. They go around talking about Jesus. Do it say that? Do it say do that in the book? Do it say do that in the book? Do it say run around knocking on people's door talking about a name that don't exist? Do it say do that in the book? I'm waiting. I don't. Well, see, this is where I say believe, because I don't believe so. Because I haven't read the whole goddamn nabbit book now. I ain't gonna lie. But we had to get into it pretty deep. And I think we would have came across that part that say, go out in the street and knock on people's door. Now, I know it talk about, like, evangelism and put the word out there. But it ain't like, come here, you're a Christian or I'll kill you. all that type of shit. Anyways, where was I going with this? We are in. Well, actually, I'm starting to change my mindset because I'm a human, or I am a being that has been miseducated by them, they, in their schools about every damn thing, just like you. But I stayed out of it. I didn't really get into school. I didn't go to college, none of that garbage. I am self-taught for the most part. So I stayed away from a lot of garbage that y'all had to learn in school and all this garbage that y'all learning about jobs. I'm like, it's very simple, the job part, because people hate me, hate family that don't even know me. They don't know nothing. This is family blood I'm talking about. They don't know nothing about me. They never sat down with me. Hey, Roy, what do you think? But they talk behind my back and hate me because I wouldn't keep a job. They never said, well, why don't you keep a job? No, I'm not said. They never asked me, like, came to my face like, hey, Roy, why don't you keep a job? Because I got fucking skills. Because if we as a family got together, none of us would need a job. You know, if you would have asked me, maybe I would have told you that. But that's my fault, because I never went that far. I wasn't thinking like that. I'm like, I'm an ex-Marine. Y'all supposed to at least ask me. I'm the only one that ever did everything I ever did. At least ask me, what are you doing? What is this about? So after 65 years, this is what it's come down to. I'm going to do it by myself. All these years I've been hoping and praying and like my family we gonna get together. But after 68 years I had to realize, wait a minute. They are in the same mindset as every other Afro American. They believe in this system. And I'm the lone black sheep talking about let's get our own land, let's grow food. And they like look at TV and you be like, they probably thinking in their mind, if we grow our own food, we gonna be pulling donkeys and pulling plows and shit like that. First of all, I didn't ask nobody to grow shit. Second of all, I explained all that because I said I would have students come out, learn what I teach for free, and in return, they would do the work. Still couldn't get nobody. That's what this video was about. Years. So is that insanity? For years and years. I mean, I've changed up my approach, but it's still the same message. Let's get our own food. Let's get our own land. I've showed how. I've shown why. I've shown where. I've shown how. I've shown who. And I've shown what. On video, I spoke it out of my mouth. I posted stuff, articles, blah, 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 blah. I've done it because the videos are there. If you don't believe me, I can take you to one of my old pages and show you the shit. If you don't believe me, I'll take you to these archives. I got archives now. And I might die tomorrow and all that shit would just to fucking appear. Because nobody don't give a shit. Wait a minute. I'm not asking to be a leader. I don't want to be no leader. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe if I was like, hey, you, come join me or I'll fuck you up. Maybe everybody would say, ooh, let's join him. But I don't want to be a leader. Because now when you're a leader, they're going to be, if we got the land, they're going to be knocking on your door. Hey, is Jesus real? No, nigga. Ooh, sorry, Facebook. I didn't mean to say nigga. So no leaders. I don't want no followers. I don't want no followers. Now, in your mind, you can be a follower. Say if you went to the land, you'd be like, I love Roy. Keep it to your damn self. Don't be, hey Roy, I wanna. Believe me, I was just teaching Tai Chi. Believe me, and to me, that's like the starting level. But people was looking at me like, Roy, he's a teacher of Tai Chi. I'm like, leave me alone. That's one of the reasons I stopped teaching, because that's like, no, dude. Whatever I teach, you got to do. I didn't do it. Third, I don't want no believers. None, zip, zero, nada. Don't believe nothing. Don't believe nobody. No. Not N-O, no. No. Well, there's still an N and O in there. But K-N-O-W. You know what the heaven you talking about? Don't believe, oh, a white man in a throne with a long beard that we call God is going to send his son that he killed to save us all for everlasting life. Wait a minute, he killed his son, but he's going to... Belief. Believe me. No, don't believe me. But believe. You know what I mean. So, I guess this is just one of my rants, because I really didn't have a subject except for that I've been doing this damn thing for, I don't even know how long. What am I? I'm 68. I just made 68. So when did Facebook come out? And, oh, I know. Well, I got a date at least. I'm not going to sit here and try to figure it out in my head. I was in secret logistics. That's the people that move shit around in the Marine Corps, you know. So I bought weapons and shit like that. So I heard a thing or two while I was around these secret logistic people, right? So I came home. I'm like, I'm getting the fuck up out of this Marine Corps bullshit. So I came home and I'm like, yo, so this was 1980. I came home, and this is all I did. So this is why I said it's my fault. All I did, and I have a picture of that day. The first time all of my brothers ever, all of us was ever together. And my nephew was in the picture too. And why that is because one of my brothers was always in jail, and the three older brothers was always back and forth to jail. So it was hardly ever that all five of us was at home. Me and my brother next to me, we never went to jail. We was the goodies of the family. So that picture, when I came home, did I get out? I think I just came home for a visit. But anyway, when we took the picture, I remember we sat in my brother car, the one I said that was next to me, and I'm like, yo, I got a plan. Let's do this, that, and the other. Back then I was more thinking about entertainment, because that was like easy money. Entertainment on the street level is easy money. But anyway, I'm like, still had the idea of us getting together, making this money, and they was dealing drugs, so they making money. I'm like, let's get together, man. We get our own stuff. Let's get out of these cities. We ain't into that. So I guess my little sissy self in me was so hurt by those words. Till this day, I still repeat them. And all these years, I took that one situation, instead of going to my cousins, to my mother, and asking them and talking to them, or even keep repeating the same thing, I just like cut everything. Fuck it. Y'all don't want to be with me. Ex-Marine, I'm all that. Well, that's kind of like the truth. You understand? Come on. Y'all could at least listen to what I had to say. At least listen to what I had to say. Anyway, they didn't. So fuck it. I left. So here I am in California. And I'm still trying to do the same thing. Except now I actually know how to get land. I actually have the plans on how to grow food and hemp. I actually know how to build a machine that makes water. This is the desert. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have all that back then, but I knew it. I knew it in my heart and in my mind. What I'm doing now, already knew that this would come. So what's happening now? I'm just going to do it. I've been buying the stuff that I need. I know how to get the land. I'm going to go on the land, make my water, grow my food, and show people. I wish I would have thought about that like 30 years ago. But I didn't have the information I have now. And now I think I'm at the age where people might listen to me. And what's going on in the world, I think people might listen to me. Because it's like, oh, I think people who call themselves conscious anyway, bullshit, conscious people, science. Look at your word, science, conscious people. Anyway, they don't know shit. Because they should be talking about growing food instead of sitting there in Harlem arguing with each other. Oh, I'm more conscious than you, dude. No, I'm more conscious than you because I know about this information. I go to this school. Get the fuck out the city, you stupid mother. Anyway, conscious people, where's your land? Moors, where's your land? Nation of Islam, where's your land? They got peoples. Look around me. Look around me. Look around me. I talk a lot of shit, and people say a lot of shit back at me. Oh, we love you. Oh, we like what you're saying. Look around me. Now, if I was saying doo-doo like Far a Khan or one of them Negroes, hey, 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 ha, ha, ha. Or doing the church thing, ha, ha, hoo, ha, 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 run up and down the stage, hey, 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 ha, 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 ha. People would love me. But guess what? Something inside of me is making me talk the truth. People say, what is the truth? What's the truth? The first truth that I teach is breathing. Do you breathe? Yeah, I know how to breathe. Okay. Whatever, man. Okay, do you eat? Yeah, I just bought me some Twinkies and some donuts. I eat. Okay. Do you wash your ass in water, drink water, cook with water? Yeah, I run my water out my tap. It's free, goddammit. Okay. So you eat like me, you breathe like me, you use water like me, you need sun like me. What is there to follow? What is there to believe? If you was on a desert island with not me and nobody else on that desert island, you would still need to eat. You would still need water. You would still need sun. You will still need, after you eat, you would need to shit. If you don't shit, I don't want to know. I don't want to know how to do that. Because I know when I eat, I absorb the energy and the stuff is going to come out. That's the way nature was made. Get it? What do you believe in? You believe in somebody that don't look like you? You never seen in your life? If you tell me you seen God, then I know something wrong with your ass. I don't want to be around you. Straight up and down. I'm being serious. Do you know what time we in? I don't want to be around crazy motherfucking peoples. It's time to gather those of us like-minded people. Now you can be a little quirky and shit, but as long you got focus, you know how to grow food or some shit that we can use. Let's get together. I'm going to start, well, I guess it's an organization that I call hemp. The first manifestation was the hemp NBL, or helping empower helping empower melanated peoples nation builders lodge. I have to explain that on another video. But right now I want to form the hemp helping empower melanated people profit sharing community or club, PSC. So again, I'll explain all that on another video. But the point is, hemp can feed us, can give us housing, can make us clothes. Hemp is the savior. I'll explain that on another video. There's no need to wait. I shown and can show you how we can get land. I'm going to do it out here because I'm out here. But you can do it almost anywhere in America. You can grow hemp legally. And hemp does all these things. Incredible stuff. So that's what I am still on after all these years. Am I insane for wanting my people to be self-sufficient? I'm talking about African Americans specifically. Get that straight. I'm not talking about Africans from Africa, because they take care of themselves. They got a little culture, they got a little language of their own, and they don't give a fuck about African Americans. I'm not talking about Jamaicans, I'm not talking about Caribbeans. I'm not talking about nobody that's from somewhere else. And especially if, not prejudice, but if you're from another race. You're not us. You did not have the experience that African Americans have had. That's my only reason for wanting to focus specifically on African Americans. You and your people have not gone through the slavery that we've gone through over here. You and your people have not gone through the miseducation, misinformed, mistreatment that we have gone through in America over here. None of you, zip, zero, nada. None. Nobody. So we need our own teaching. We need our own shit, period. Everything. Get away from this concrete. Get away from these cars. Get away from Elon Musk. Get away. Get our own. And the Most High, in your book, said He's going to protect us. In your book. I don't know if I believe that. I believe if we got together, we're going to protect ourselves, because we would have the power to do so. And I'm talking about Black Panther power. I ain't talking about money and technology. I'm talking about real power. Read the Egyptian mysteries. That's it. I'm out. Peace.